Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. At Citizens for Safe Schools, we are so excited to celebrate youth who exhibit great character. With such a focus on grades, attendance, dual credit classes, senior projects, extracurriculars, and more, we'd like to take a step back and really thank those who are just plain good people. While it may look like lots of community service and volunteering for many groups around town, we all know in our hearts who was helping out for the sake of their resume and who is volunteering in the true spirit of serving others, though both are still wonderful. The American Youth Character Awards are the only national awards given to young people between ages 10 and 18 solely for strength of character. They are not given for isolated acts of heroism and generosity, although such acts may rightly call attention to a nominee, nor are they given simply for high grades, selection of leadership posts, excellence in athletics or the arts, or any combination thereof. Rather, the American Youth Character Awards are designed to honor young people, regardless of their family background, race, culture, financial status, IQ, or physical condition, whose lives and achievements demonstrate an enduring commitment to qualities associated with good character. The winners tonight will receive a $100 gift sponsored by Avera Title. Thank you very much. As well as a plaque certificate. Our Character Builder Awards are given to local educators who strive to inspire youth through character education. Each will receive $500 to use towards character education in their classrooms or schools. We have 6 student winners and 2 educator winners. One of the students and one of the educators who were unfortunately unable to make it tonight. We'd like to now begin introducing the nominees. We will ask each nominator to come up with their nominee, introduce them, and speak briefly about why they deserve to be recognized. The winner is welcome to say a few words if you would like. We will then present the plaque and certificate, take a photo, and call up the next nominator.
Well, Loudon Tyree displays each of the 6 pillars of character both at school and in the Bonanza community. At school, Loudon is the go-to guy for setup of all school events and activities. Not only does he help set up the chairs and tables and podiums and booths for all assemblies and sporting events, but he's also our visual and audio technician. In fact, we are currently having Loudon training 2 freshmen to work our sound and lighting systems, just so we can survive when Loudon graduates. In the classroom, Loudon displays a phenomenal aptitude for problem solving and mechanical know-how, which is especially noticeable with his work in robotics competitions. While part of his robotics success is based on his own brilliance, it's also the result of his uncommonly mature ability to listen to the ideas of others and to integrate the opinions and approaches of group members and advisors into his own work and worldview. Loudon displays the same leadership qualities in our community. At the young age of 17, he already serves as a trained and practiced member of our local volunteer fire department, which he first became involved in at the age of 13. Loudon helps organize, set up, run, and clean up many community events throughout the year, including chili cook-offs, parades, charity fundraisers, and seasonal carnivals and celebrations. Additionally, I know firsthand that he also assists local community members in yard work, painting, and routine maintenance when requested. Loudon already displays a remarkable character and has the makings of one of our nation's great statesmen. He is a trustworthy, respectable, responsible, fair, and caring citizen, and leads the rest of us on that same path to greatness, humbly and with compassion. Congratulations.
So, character, not circumstances, makes the person. Booker T. Washington. This is the quote that comes to my mind when I look at my beautiful, kind-hearted 10-year-old Ashley. You wouldn't know looking at her that she has dealt with some negative things in her life. Despite my desire to guard her from pain, abuse, divorce, meth addiction, a parent in prison, was all a part of her young life. I was a struggling single mother, just trying to do my best to protect her and shelter her from the storm. But despite all the negative things she has seen, Ashley has always maintained a kind, loving spirit and always put others first. She is an encourager to those around her. She is involved at school and at church and is always trying to take on extra projects if these efforts will help someone else. Because it is her nature to help others, I was not surprised when one Sunday after church she told me she wanted to collect stuffed animals for the Children's Hospital. 3 months and 186 stuffed animals later, I got to watch her fulfill that dream and deliver those stuffed animals. Her courage spirit and positive attitude towards life, despite negative circumstances, continues to both amaze and encourage me. While I have tried to teach her about life, she has taught me the true meaning of life. For this reason, I felt a strong desire to nominate this amazing young person, along with her teachers, for this honor. She is a young woman who has not allowed difficult circumstances to define her, but instead have made her more empathetic and caring to others, with a sense of responsibility to change her community for the better. And then this is Ashley's teacher at Conger, Ashley McPherson.
Hi, my name is Ashley McPherson. I teach 5th grade at Conger Elementary School, and I am just so fortunate to have Ashley in my class this year. I've been a teacher for 8 years, and I've taught many students that Ashley is a true gem. She's hardworking, determined, kind, and giving. Every day she comes to school with a positive attitude, ready to learn and encourage others. Ashley does not give up. She perseveres in her learning. Where others might get frustrated, Ashley sees a challenge and greets it with a determination I don't often see. She's involved in our many after-school sports at Conger, from our after-school science enrichment program and sports that include volleyball, basketball, and softball. She is a friendly face and an inspiration to students and teachers alike. What I admire most about Ashley is her giving nature. As her mom mentioned earlier this year, I learned that she was organizing a collection of new and used stuffed animals to donate to a children's hospital. And the final number was 186, and her community service efforts have undoubtedly brightened the lives of sick children in the metro community. This is a very well-deserved award, and I am so proud of Ashley. I know that she will continue to do many great things as she moves on to middle school next year.
David Ault was my library aide at Klamath Union High School for 2 years during the remodeling of the school. He helped me pack and unpack the entire school library 2 years in a row, and his help was invaluable. And although he was my aide during one period, he also came in voluntarily during all of his free periods to help me organize the library, to help teachers with copying projects, and to always graciously and willingly help students coming in that needed help. He not only is dependable, he's extremely hardworking and always does his very best. He was my right-hand man in the library, and he always went out of his way, or goes out his way, to help others. And David became homeless when his wonderful and beautiful single mom lost her job. Yet he has only missed 1 day of school, I believe, the entire 2 years I've known him, and has maintained good grades. He has a strong desire to make a difference in the lives of others, and he said, I've never known a young man that never heard him say a bad or negative word about anyone, or just absolutely amazing. He wants to be a paramedic and is working toward that goal by taking classes at KCC. He's overcome many obstacles in his life, but yet he's become a true pillar of our school and community. And in the 2 years I've worked closely with David, he said I never heard him utter a bad or negative word. He is the most respectful, honest, and trustworthy young man I have had the pleasure of knowing. He's most definitely resilient and of strong moral character, and I feel he deserves this award as he strongly embodies the 6 pillars of character: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. It's a pleasure to know.
In the world of education, character is everything. It reflects a student's past, it's an indicator of their present, and it's a predictor of their future success. In fact, considering how important character is, it often surprises me how little importance is given it. Far too often, an intelligence score or athletic ability supersedes what's at the core of a human being. For this reason, I am glad to nominate Ellie Megan for the AYCA because within her I see great character. Character can be broken into 2 important qualities that make up an individual: mental and moral. A person with strong mental character is tenacious, confident, and optimistic. They're adaptable, self-aware, and wonderfully drama-free. Nellie demonstrates her mental character every day in school. Her kind and cheery attitude, despite the tough subjects she takes, is one of her most recognizable attributes. If you're to talk to her teachers, they all say the same thing. She has an amazing smile. Moral character, however, is of particular importance in my mind. Dr. Steve Maraboli is quoted as saying, "The truth of your character is expressed in the choice of your actions." Honesty, caring, service are the fruits of this character, and they're expressed beautifully in your actions, Ellie. Ellie is a highly motivated individual, intent upon serving others and showing kindness everywhere she goes. She does not volunteer because she has to, nor does she do it for applause or recognition. She simply does it because it's the right thing to do. Her service work through the church is laudable. Every month she volunteers at Leaford Hope Food Pantry, providing healthy and hot meals to families in the community who so desperately need them. She works cheerfully and tirelessly to organize and run holiday events for the less fortunate, Easter egg hunts for disadvantaged children, turkey baskets for the Salvation Army, buying presents for the Giving Tree. I'm getting exhausted talking about them all. She makes and hands out sub sandwiches for homeless members of our community and works as a counselor for young children at Camp Lutherwood. When asked for an approximation of how many service hours she's done, she said honestly, "I don't count, I just do it." Character is defined what a person does when they think no one else is looking. And with Ellie, whether in church, the classroom, or the community, that undoubtedly means she's going to be doing the right thing.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Danielle Collins for 8 years. When she was at Fairhaven Elementary School, I was her child development specialist. Her class would come to my room for their lessons on character education. She always was an exemplary student. Since she was in 5th grade, I've been her mentor from the Kids in the Middle program through Citizens for Safe Schools. The first time you meet Danielle, you are greeted with a smile that will melt your heart. That smile is always worn by Danielle, even though life may not be easy for her. Her life has been full of tragedies. She never talks about them because she doesn't want people to feel sorry for her. To her, it's just what happens, and she must get through it. Danielle is an outstanding example of all the pillars. However, I am going to focus on the pillar of caring. The explanation of caring is to be kind, be compassionate, show you care, and help people in need. That is exactly what Danielle has done by volunteering with nonprofits whenever she can, and with her Give Back project. Give stands for getting involved with volunteer efforts. She has created this Give Back project to be the person to give a hand up and not a hand out. With this project, she fills gallon-sized Zip Flaggies with personal hygiene and other miscellaneous items such as socks, hats, gloves, tissues, hand sanitizers, toothbrushes, toothpastes, combs, raisins, cookies, and crackers. She delivers these with an adult to people who are on the street asking for help. She wrote a $100 grant, which has helped her make and distribute 35 bags. Many people want to give back, but are not sure what they can do or feel their age keeps them from being involved. This is an easy, affordable project that individuals, families, and schools can participate in that have a noticeable impact on our community. Danielle does not let her age stop her from giving back to the people in our community that need a hand up. Her caring doesn't stop with people. She loves animals and wants to be a veterinarian after graduation. She knows it will not be easy, but it'll be worth it. We visit the Humane Society. She's too young to volunteer, but not too young to love the cats. She takes one out of this cage, holds it, pets it, returns it to its cage, and then on to the next cage until all the cats have been loved. She would take them all home if she could. Danielle has a heart of gold, and it has been my honor to be her mentor. She makes me a better person and everyone around her. She is deserving of the American Youth Character Award.
It is my pleasure to introduce our very own Heather McFarland. Heather was nominated by Shelley Morton, who was unable to attend this evening. Heather has been teaching character education at Roosevelt for approximately 5 years and at Pelican for 2 years, so we kind of share Heather, so she's multi-hats. Heather teaches students about the 6 pillars of character, and many of us have talked about that this evening. She goes into classrooms and teaches students how to be good citizens, how to be respectful, responsible, trustworthy, caring, and fair. She is our leader of our Positive Behavior Support Intervention Team. She teaches students Kelso's Choice, which is conflict management, to help students with conflicts that they might have on the playground or in their daily lives. Shelley Morton states, "My kids come home with stories from Mrs. McFarland every week. They learn how to include others, how to stick up for each other, and how to make good choices using Kelso's wheel. Learning how to be kind and take care of yourself emotionally is as important as science and math. I am grateful that these things are being taught at our elementary schools. They matter. Shout outs for Miss Heather McFarland.
Thank you, everybody. I wanted to say a few words. Thank you, Ruth, and shout out to Shelley Morton. Thank you so much for your nomination. I wanted to tell you guys a quick story, I promise. Her twin boys, who were in kindergarten last year, went home and did in fact tell their mom a story about Mrs. McFarland. They went ahead and they said, I could be one of the guardians of the galaxy. Well, let me tell you what, best compliment I could ever receive. Also, shout outs to my counterparts, Margaret Adam, who's at Conger Elementary School. Teaches character education there. To Dan Jewell, who's at Mills, who does the same, he's not here. And to Shannon Metcalf, who's at Ponderosa. But thank you, and thank you, Citizens for Safe Schools.
As I roam around the state, nobody asks me what my GPA was when I was in school. Nobody asks me what sports I played, what achievements I had. They judge me based on my character and my integrity. And integrity is really kind of the theme of what I was hearing as I heard about all the nominations. And so for such young people, and of course our great educators, to lead by example in that way is really refreshing and really not surprising in Klamath County. One thing that I will say, when I'm in Klamath County and I'm in a room and there's some educators, I can always find a face that has had a positive impact on one of my children. And this room is no different. So there's great ones. Mr. Lee, Mrs. Krieger, great impacts on my kids. So thank you very much. And